Hey modelers, guys, welcome back to the hobby room. We're getting started on my Bar Mills Waterfront Willy's N-Scale kit. I'm going to show you that the start of it today, and I'm going to take you through the entire build. Alright, I'm really excited about this. This is a great kit. It's from Bar Mills Models, and it is I'm doing it in N-Scale. This is going to be built as this one here. This is the Waterfront Willy's, and this is the trackside version of the kit. So we're going to start with that. I'm going to show you some of the components to begin with, and we got a lot to do today. Let's get going. Okay, today's the start of the build. This comes with a 8-page instruction booklet. In fact, part of it shows some people's build of this particular model, previous build. So everything is lined out. The last page is actually an inventory of all the pieces that are in the kit. So they lay it out pretty easily, step by step. I've laid out here all of the pieces, and you can see N-Scale is quite small, but these are the individual components. These are the sides, these are the front and back of the building, and the base. It also comes with, I mean, they do a great job of packaging it, some support strips which will be put on the back of the building to keep it from warping. These side pieces, which are decorative pieces for each side of the building here. So what I'm going to do now is to prime these things, and that way we can start to begin painting it. So the next step will be priming. Hang in there and we'll get started. Okay, so we've actually primed all of our wood pieces, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a black stain, which is just India ink and alcohol, and we're going to paint or stain each one of these pieces with the India ink to start. So that's going to be our first step. So let's get that done, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so I've stained the walls with a black wash, which was just the India ink and alcohol. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to apply to the main structure. First the dark green, which is actually leaf green, and then we're going to go with citrus green on top of that, and we're going to start layering this on. The side structure, which if I show you the kit diagram, the side structure we're going to leave with a white, that would be this piece here, is going to remain white. So the main structure is going to have a green, and the will be a weathered white, the side structure. So we'll start on that. Okay, so you see I've got my individual pieces painted. What I did was I did 2 coats of, first it was this X5 Tamiya green, and then we did a little bit of the leaf green on top of that. The leaf green I applied with a sponge, dabbed it on, and I'm doing the same now to the window and trim parts. This we dabbed on with a sponge, and it's kind of an off-white that I made with a combination of well, white and khaki. So we're going to let those dry, and then we're going to insert once the window pieces are dried, we're going to start to insert these, and then after that we'll do the assembly. Hang in. Okay, so the sides and are all painted. The sides are all painted. I've glued the corner bracing to it as well, and starting to put the windows in, and that's pretty tedious. There's probably a dozen or so windows, so that's going to take a while. I also braced, I don't know if you could see it here, but I braced the back of it as well too. And I have to let these corner bracings dry, then I have to cut them to size, put the windows in, and then assemble the building itself. So this is going to take some time. I'll be back to you when we have assembly. Okay, so we've progressed pretty nicely here. I've attached the walls together. They're painted. You can see the roof, which will be covered with a roofing material, is ready to be done, and the side docking area, or the base, is actually these strips which have an adhesive on the back, so you peel them off and you stick it. Bar Mills really makes this easy. So we've really progressed along here with the kit. Let me continue placing the boards down. These are like stained, and then they go and they're attached by peeling off. I'll show you a piece on here, and then there's this sticky adhesive on the back, and this would be placed right onto the base here. They could make this part of the model easier. So there you see, I have this one more piece on the back that I'll do, and I'll be back to you shortly. We're going to have to add the roofing material, put the roof onto here, which I have already, and this also gets roofing material, and then the model is probably 75% completed at this point. Alright, be back to you shortly. Okay, so the roofing is these shingles that are adhesive, stick on the back, which I stuck here, and now what I'm doing is I'm taking some, it's actually this wicker white, taking just a little bit, just a tiny bit, with a flat brush, and just slight bit, almost dry brushing it on, just to give it, just to take off some of these and make it a little bit more. And then what I'll do is probably going to add a little bit of either this chalk paint, this plaster chalk paint, and plaster color. Maybe we'll, with a sponge, put a little of that on next. So let me finish with this, and then we'll sponge it on. Okay, we'll take just a tiny bit of this, and this is the chalk plaster cover, this color, so it's got a slight to it. Just add a little bit to the already painted roof. Let's see if that just gives it a little extra texture. Okay. Alright, so it's a couple days later, and it is mainly finished. Here it is. I put the pilings on the bottom. You can see the roof is painted. I found a piece of strip wood to put on the peak of the roof just to cover up. There was a space there. You can see the deck painted and stained, and basically we're done. This is the Excellent Bar Mills kit. We did it as the trackside jacks, and it was a fun build. It was a great build, and really I'm going to detail it. I'm going to put some castings on it, but we did it as trackside jacks. Is complete. I hope you liked it. It's definitely a kit worth buying. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for following along.